Hello, friends, and not yet friends. Welcome back to What I Ate Wednesday here on Mary's Test Kitchen. Today's about simplicity and ease, but also realism. So grab a snack, maybe a drink, and settle in. This video is brought to you in part by WIAW, the adjustable airtight containers. More about them soon. But first, coffee. Or actually, tea this morning. And this was, of course, after my morning routine with the cat. I'll leave a link to that video in the description in case you're curious. While I'm not exactly sure what type of tea this is, I like it. Even after translating the Chinese text on the package it came in, I still really couldn't tell. Some kind of white or green anyways. It has a woodsy tea scent, and it's faintly smoky. Let's give it a few minutes. And check this out. So satisfying. But also, removing some of the air should keep the tea fresher for longer, and the dark color of the container protects it from UV. While the tea brews, let me give you a mini tour of my cupboards. We have a really small kitchen and things can get really messy, so this cupboard is for stuff I reach for just on a daily basis. And I'm low-key proud of it. The topmost shelf on this side is for tea stuff. I'm not really sure if I like it this way, but I like the other side. Mostly canned things, pasta sauce, beans, and nutritional yeast. The second shelf is for dry goods, like dry pasta, grains, lentils, and nuts. They're in the WIAW containers as well, which will shrink down to size as you use up what's inside, keeping things fresher and saving space. They're designed in the USA, and they have this clever one-way valve on the lid to let air out as you push down without letting air back in. Anyways, I like the dark ones for things like nuts or seeds. Anything with a higher fat content will benefit from that UV protection. So if you want to get yourself a set, check the links in the description, which, full disclosure, are Amazon affiliate links, meaning I get a small commission at no extra cost to you. So thank you so much if you decide to use those links and help support the channel. The bottom shelf is for ripening avocados, or today, bananas, and keeping the bread off the counter. Then lastly, here are the rest of the tea things. Too much, I know, I gotta whittle this down. After a few minutes, I transfer the tea to a warmed travel mug to keep it hot. I used to microwave my tea or coffee several times a day because I'm so slow at drinking it, but then it occurred to me that's a really terrible use of energy, so this is way more efficient. Speaking of efficient, while I'm here, might as well pre-soak some cashews. Even when I don't have plans for creamy pasta later in the day, I like to have some always just soaking in the fridge, either cashews, almonds, or sunflower seeds. Another efficiency, I'm back on the smoothies for breakfast. Except I've never really stopped, to be honest. This is like my routine probably 4 or 5 times a week, probably for the last, year or so. So often that I sharpied a line for the unsweetened soy milk to come up to. I add a vegan all-in-one nutritional powder to cover a major portion of my vitamin, mineral, and nutrient needs. Plus a little extra protein powder. And berries for the antioxidants. I'm at that age, I've had some health issues and some health scares, so I'm trying to balance these super fun times that we all know and love with doing this body right. Doing this body right also includes putting in earplugs before using this ridiculously loud blender. And I have to hold the top of this before I blend, otherwise it doesn't work. But hey, we use what we have until it dies completely. A horrible, fiery death. Okay, maybe not fiery. Hopefully. Does this taste super duper delicious? It's just okay. It can taste amazing if you add some extra ripe banana, maybe some frozen OJ or peanut butter. Yeah, peanut butter makes it really, really good. But honestly, I don't care lately about breakfast. But I do care about you, especially everyone who left such kind comments on the first taste test video. And everyone who's left love for my darling Riles. If you couldn't tell already, I'm like obsessed with this cat. He's been with us like almost a half year or something, but it seems like only yesterday we picked him up from the Humane Society. Every day, I think about how in the world could anyone possibly flipping let this sweet creature go. But at least he could come home to our all-inclusive, Trey's exclusive kitty retirement home, where he gets his soup brought right to his face. If only I could also get my food prepared and brought right to my face, but alas, us humans have to take care of ourselves with something delicious and nutritious. You can probably see where I'm going with this now. Don't worry, guys. My hands are clean. I promise. To that, I'm adding warm lentils and rice, because rice is life and lentils are fiber and extra flavor and protein. Now, I could try to make this pretty, but that's not really how I roll in real life. Okay, alright, this is a little too ugly for the Instagrams, so I'm gonna add a little toasted sesame seed. There, perfect. You know what else is perfect? This vegan fried chicken. I can never get tired of seeing your takes on my recipes, especially this one. You guys, when you make this, you go all in and I flipping love you for it. Rounding out this day, we're being a little more sensitive than the last What I Ate Wednesday with its burgers and vegan oven fried chicken and vegan cheese whiz. But even so, we are not skimping on carbs. Oh guys, we are also not skimping on the cream. Vegan cream, made from those soaked cashews from this morning. I'm also adding some vegetable broth powder for flavor and some Italian seasoning. I decided to try this freeze-dried type, but I'm not really sure if it's really so much better tasting. It is pretty though. You won't be able to tell once I blend it up. After spending a few minutes on prep, we're ready for the stove. First, let's crisp up the tofu. If you don't want to use tofu, you could toast up some cashews, almonds, or sunflower seeds instead. Those would be good. Spread the tofu out and then just don't touch it. After 5 minutes over medium-high, the bottoms should be crispy. Let's see. You can add a little seasoning. And then they go out. Give the pan a quick rinse and wipe and lay down some more oil. And lay out the mushrooms. Do you have to lay them out one slice at a time like I am doing? No. But this way you are making sure the mushrooms can get good contact. Of course, you could water saute, and some people say it's just as good as cooking with oil, but flavor-wise, I disagree. Strongly disagree. They'll shrink as they cook, so you can move around a bit so they can all lay flat. After about 5 minutes, we get this beautiful color. It's not the color we're actually after, but the flavor that the color indicates. Then add water. And the dry macaroni, or whatever pasta you want. We need a little more water. And this can simmer for 6 or 7 minutes. Remember that cashew cream? Add it now. We're going to swish some water on the cup and add that too. And a little more. I don't have exact measurements for you for anything today because we're going for realism. And usually I'm not measuring, just going by feeling, tasting, looking, and listening. Just a few more minutes until the pasta is as tender as we like. And I like it pretty tender. I don't really understand the al dente thing. And as a vegan pasta dish, even a vegan pasta dish without nutritional yeast, I put the question to you. Did we forget the greens? No. Turn off the heat and cover, or not, it doesn't really matter, and use this time to clean up. This didn't wilt as much as I thought it would, but a little folding will take care of it. You can also add a little more water or broth if this is looking overly thick. Add a little lemon juice or red wine vinegar to something like this, and the acid brightens all the flavors. Just a little for the final touch. Don't forget about the crispy tofu. I'll add a little more soy sauce for seasoning. Make sure to taste and add whatever your heart desires. And that's that. Creamy mushroom and spinach macaroni with crispy, salty tofu. Super easy, full of goodness, and that was my food day. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. Don't forget to check out the WIAW containers linked in the description if you're looking for a great food storage solution. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, that really helps me out, and subscribe if you haven't already for more What I Eat in a Day videos with easy vegan recipes, plus some that require a little more effort but will be so worth it. Like coming up, we're gonna make some major bread, some vegan graham crackers that are way better than the subpar gluten-free brand we all know and begrudgingly accept because they're not that bad, but we wish we had better. And by recipe request, the fluffiest breakfast thing of your dreams. Guess what that will be in the comments below. Bye for now.